another episode of Leafy Living. I hope all of you are staying safe and managing okay during this time. I really hope that you're being able to take some time for yourself, get some rest, and enjoy the time that you get to stay at home with your family or get to talk to them at least on the phone. So while we're all stuck inside and wondering what the heck we're going to do with ourselves, I wanted to do a video, another product review on something that a friend gave me for my birthday called Boutique Garden Urban Farming Tomato Growing Kit. As you can see, I really love these. The last one I did with my bonsais, the Nature's Blossom Growing Kits, definitely go check that one out if you're interested in bonsais. It's a really great kit, and in the video I show you exactly what I did to grow them, and if you're interested, check that out. I will leave a link for you on the video. So anyway, let's get started. Let's grow some food. So when you open up your kit, this is what you're going to find. You get a bamboo seed pot, which is fantastic. You get your urban farming tomato seeds. You get a disc of cocoa peat. That's this one. And that will expand. I'll show you how that works. And then you get your instruction manual, and they go step by step to explain what to do during and after germination. So let's follow these steps. And then also some extra things that you're probably going to need are a bowl, oops, and some water. Okay. Let's see if I can set my phone up so this is easier. All right, let's do it. Okay, so now you've seen what's in the packet, and the first thing that they tell you to do in the step-by-step is to put some rocks in the bottom of your pot, because this pot doesn't have drainage holes. But what it does have are these little spots where there should be drainage holes, and they're pretty thin. You can see them through the backside, like you can see one right here and one right here, and I'm thinking that I can probably poke a hole through there to make drainage, because I'm going to put this outside anyway. They say that you can grow these indoors, but it's bright enough and sunny enough now, and probably warm enough that at least during the day these can go outside. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to use to poke these holes, or at least try, is this screw that usually I use to hang heavier plants, but because I'm renting right now, I'm not going to be using this in my house. I've just been holding on to it. I'm going to see if I can poke through these holes. So, let's see what we can do. Woo! It was really easy. Really, really easy. Okay, we've got holes. I'm gonna just go back through the other side and just try to make it a little prettier. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Just poking some little holes. Okay, perfect. I made a mess on my table. That's okay. All right, so next, what we're gonna do is we're going to put the soil in. So, here's our soil. It's just a little disc. I'm going to put it in this bowl, and then I'm going to take some water and put maybe, I don't know if you can, can't show you that way. Here, I'll just move this. There we go. So that's about how much water I've got in here right now, and this will help the soil expand. Okay, so as you can see, in the span of a minute, we've already grown considerably with our soil. So what we're going to do now is just crumble it up. It comes apart really easily. And some of it, you're going to find it's still dry in the center. So you can just pour more water on top of that until it's all perfect soil consistency. So I'm going to just do that. Am I the only one who loves the feeling of fresh soil? And the smell of it. It smells really good. Okay, let that sit. Made a mess. It's the thing about me and plants. Always making a mess. Oh yeah. This is looking good. Okay, so what you're going to have in the end is a bowl full of soil. It's gorgeous. And we're just going to put most of it into this pot. Make sure you leave some of it to go over your seeds once you put your seeds in, but it says to put most of the soil into the pot. So that's what we're going to do. Try not to spill it. Okay. yeah, you'd be surprised how much that stuff expands. So that's about 3/4. There we go. I kind of did it up to the line. And then now what we're going to do is sprinkle approximately 10 seeds. I don't know if I'm going to use 10. I don't know how many you get, but they do encourage you not to use all of them so that you can plant the other ones in case these ones don't grow or in case you want to use the rest of them in your garden. But 10 seems like a lot for this pot. So let's see how big the seeds are. Let's check these babies out. Try to open this pretty carefully. Okay. Oh, they're cute and little. Look at that. They're so cute. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take a couple of them out. That's what our seeds look like. You get a lot, which is great. They say use approximately 10. There's a lot of them in here, so I guess I'll probably just use approximately 10, and I'm just gonna sprinkle them around in my pot. Try not to get too many of them bunched together. And you're probably gonna have to eventually thin these out anyway, which they recommend. But I feel like the less thinning you have to do, the better. So this is what I've done. Hopefully it works. And now we just put the remaining soil over the top. Again, I'm not going to pack it down too much because I just don't want to make it harder for them to sprout up. But I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not. So if anybody does know how much you're supposed to pack down your seeds, definitely put that in the comments. That would be very useful for me and I'm sure for others to know. So I'm just going to put the rest of this on top here very gently. Okay, good. Here we go. And it's pretty wet right now, pretty moist. It does say that if you want to put plastic wrap over your seed pot, it'll help keep the moisture in and will help the germination time or lessen it. But I don't really like to use plastic wrap. I try not to. I don't buy that. So I'm just going to keep this thing as moist as I can. They do say not to overwater so the seeds don't get soggy. So that's also something to remember. They recommend that you mist it with a spray bottle. So if you have a spray bottle, that's great. If you don't, just be careful with how much you water. Or if you've poked holes in the bottom like I have, you could try bottom watering, which is where you just put a bunch of water in a bowl, probably like a layer maybe this high. So compared to your thing, maybe this much if you're watering the whole entire thing, and then just stick the pot itself into that bowl of water and it will soak up from the drainage holes in the bottom. But otherwise, we're just going to put this baby outside and keep it nice and moist, and I will let you know how it goes. Okay, so I had a thought. I have these extra nursery pots left over from other plants that I bought and repotted into other things, and I thought, you know what, as an experiment with this video, might as well try planting some of these seeds in a nursery pot with normal Miracle-Gro potting soil just to see if there's a difference, if they grow faster, and just see if there's a difference. So I'm gonna do that. And plus, extra tomato plants is not a problem for me, so I don't mind growing these at the same time. Since I don't have a garden where I can have a raised bed or anything like that, I'm going to try and just work with the pots that I have. But if anyone has ideas on what to do once you need a bigger size of pots for these, and you can't go out and just buy more pots because we're all stuck inside, please also put that in the comments. That'd be really helpful for me to know when I need to up pot these to a bigger size. If you have kids or you're in a classroom or something like that, this would be a really fun activity to do with them if they're bored out of their mind. Would highly recommend this just for the fun of doing it. I'm sure you can find these online. I'm gonna put a link to them when I find them in the description so that you can order them if you want. But yeah, if you have young people who really are losing it with the quarantine, would highly recommend doing this because it's very therapeutic, it's fun, and it definitely keeps people busy. So also, I'm doing this at my kitchen table. I've made a giant mess. If you're going to do this inside, I would also recommend using a mat, a tarp, a cardboard box, whatever you have, so that you can easily get your soil outside, so that you don't have a kitchen table full of soil. I'm sure my boyfriend's gonna just love that. We're not gonna tell him. It's fine. He doesn't need to know. Alright, last time, we put the seeds in. Again, I'm just gonna do a couple, and I still have a bunch left over, so you definitely get a good amount of seeds, which is really nice. So if you want to do this with, like, if you want to do it multiple times, you want to do it with your friends, you want to, if you have 5 kids and each one wants to do a pot, there's more than enough to do that. So you get a lot. That's got it. Alright, so here they are on my patio. They're in full direct sun, and they usually, like this spot on the patio usually gets full direct sun from about 11 to 5, so they get a good amount of sun, which means that I'm going to need to keep these super moist, but not so much that the seeds rot. As you can see, I had some other projects going on. I've got a Christmas cactus that I found on the side of the road, so we're seeing what we can do about him, and I've been trying to grow some carrots and celery from scraps, so if you're interested in that, let me know and I'll post how that's going. But yeah. Guess what, everyone? We've got sprouts! I planted exactly a week ago on April 19th. It's now April 26th. And I'm super excited to say that we have some sprouts going on. They look so good. Something I should tell you is that because I planted before the May long weekend, which seems to be the time that everyone's moving their indoor plants outdoors, it's been too cold to keep these outside at night. So I bring them in and keep them in the house during the evening, and then when it gets sunny again outside, I bring them back out. So when it's raining, when it's cold, I bring them in, and they seem to like that. They sprouted this morning, actually. Like, I came out, and these, because I keep them in my kitchen, these had sprouted overnight, I guess, or early in the morning while I was still asleep. And then these, I didn't see anything in here. I was really disappointed and a bit surprised. But then after a couple of hours later, here they are. So I guess they were really ready to go. And I'm hoping we're going to see something in this one. This is the only one that we don't have anything from yet. But the one that actually, with the soil that came with the actual kit, seems to work really well. I've just kept it moist with a spray bottle and they seem to love it. So far so good. I'm gonna give you guys a picture of each day as they grow so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been a month now, well, just about a month. I planted these on the 19th and it is now the 13th of May, and I want to show you the progress. Take a look at these. Aren't they so cute? This was so easy to do too. Such a fun, easy experiment. Would highly recommend. They grew really fast. There was, like, you can see the growth each day, and it's really not hard. The only recommendation that I have is don't plant a lot of seeds. You don't have to. Even 10 seems like a bit much. I thought I planted about 6 in here, and I probably got all 6, if not more. So I now probably have 40 tomatoes growing. So you don't need to plant a lot, they'll do fine. Also, if you're going to plant these when it's cold, make sure that you bring them in at night because they don't love being out in the freezing, especially when they're small. So what I would do is I would just wait until the temperature is consistently warm at night the general tip in BC is to wait until the May long weekend is over, and that's when people put them out. Also, if you're transitioning them from inside to outside, don't just stick them in the full sunlight for the whole day. You will scorch them. It's a good idea to gradually bring them out. It's called hardening, and you'll just gradually bring them outside every day and leave them out for a little bit longer each time until they're fully accustomed to being in full sun all day long. That's about it for me. Would highly recommend this. It was so much fun. And if you also try this, or you've tried it before and you have pictures, please put them in the comments or send them my way, because I would love to see how it goes for you guys. Alright, that's it for this episode of Leafy Living. See you next time.